welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Panzer Corp 2. We're at the gates of Moscow in the center path. We're only 4 turns in here, because this is a detailed enough scenario that it is taking quite a while to play. I think we should just be good to cycle the turn here, so let's cycle the turn. See how the Soviets respond. And begin our 5th turn. Okay, we're back to raining, so no more Air Force for this turn. This does give us a chance to heal up the Air Force, which we will do. Specifically, our dive armor was taking quite a bit of damage. And so the Soviets might take the same opportunity. Okay, that'll be overkill, but they'll get the job done. Okay, so next turn that should be suppressed enough we can get it to surrender, and then release and circle the last infantry jam there. Oops. I need something that can actually do some damage. Ah, that didn't do any damage. Will that do some damage? There we go. Game got you entrenched. You've got some entrenchment. You've got a lot of entrenchment. No, not enough. If we get a 2 up, that'll get it to surrender. Or actually, no, 1 up might still get it to surrender. We'll try with this one. So we'll get the 1 up there. Yeah, no. There we go. We need to work more to de-entrench you guys. You're de-entrenched, so actually I just needed the barrister damage on you to get you to surrender. 2 up's a little high. 1 to 1's not a good trade. 1 to 1's not a good trade. Okay. We're gonna have to trade 1 to 3. That'll work. de-entrench those guys, which we can probably do pretty early next turn with a combination of the combat bombers and the artillery, and we can capture them intact. Gun encirclement working. Let's actually get these guys. Although these guys we're not keeping, so it's just normal replacement on them. Okay. You should divert some guys over here. Help the Broken Pioneer out. I'm not too worried about suppression. Ooh, that worked out real well. Okay, I think that's this rainy turn. We'd be doing stuff with the planes, but the planes obviously can't fly in the rain. Goes the Soviet ones back to base. I can take you out next turn. We'll have you de-entrench, so that's all we need for you. Actually, let's bring the carpet bombers in and see where we are post-bombing. Ooh, the bridge isn't actually controlled. You're not exactly positioned to take full advantage of that, but good to know. Okay, 1 of 10 tiles down. I'm still thinking we're gonna have to suppress you with artillery. 7's not quite enough. Three is getting pretty close. That might work. Might work. That will work. Although that's gonna need the attack. It's not that guy for anything else. Okay, so we got them encircled. Let's use the dive bomber on you, because you're most likely going to cause problems to the Broken Pioneer. So you could potentially escape if I'm not careful. Let's jump the MiG with the fighters. Run the MiG down, there we go. Yeah, we're probably going to look to rebase the strategic bombers. Although I could swing them up north if that. Yeah, it's not rebasing. Okay. Cycle the turn. That's what I get for not having the AA gun in AA mode. Okay, a little bit of pushback from the Soviets there. Let's get you back in AA mode. Leave the MiG intact. We'll try to bring down big bomber. Move your entrenchment. Let the Pioneer kick you out of the city. Okay, Kursk is taken, Bryansk is taken, Orel is starting to come under suppression from our troops moving up. Forward tank has been captured. The rear T-34 is going to be taking suppression, which should suppress its ability to continue counterattacks, although it probably is in a position where it can withdraw if it wishes to withdraw. Capture the bridge north of Orel, although it looks like the bridge north of Orel is mostly going to be allowing our troops to come back across the river as we swarm north towards Kaluga. I think we might just leave you where you are. Circle we put back up again. Although it'd probably be just as easy for them to break it back out. Let's finish off that, oh, no, we're at range, can't finish it off. That is not an option. Okay. Okay, so entrenched. I'm gonna need better than a 1-1. 2 might be good enough. Take the 2. Yeah, it wasn't good enough. I still needed 2, so I'll do that one. There we go. Okay, that is as it is. We got carpet bombers. Do they have the range to hit the sort of targets I want? Not really. Although I can't necessarily put them in better spots. Because we really don't need them down at Orel anymore. Not enough down there. Okay, that worked roughly. Second the turn. Let's see how Soviets respond. Focusing most of their air activity around places where we don't have AA. That makes sense. Well, that gun definitely needs reinforcing. Yep. As expected, they opened up the encirclement just as easily as we closed it again. Ooh, lost the pioneers we don't actually need to care about, because we don't get to keep them, but it's a bit of a setback by losing them. That overrun's a little bit more concerning. I think that might have been one of the ones we cared about. Yeah, we at least lost one unit we cared about. I think it was the pioneer. Enemy armored counterattack, proving reasonably dangerous. And it's rainy. Preventing us from effectively using our planes, both in the attack and the defense. Oh no, it was one of the Weir infantry. Still have the four pioneers we brought in initially. Because we lost the half-crack wings at the 4. Okay. Let's purchase you. Can I add heroes, or is the fact the hero... I guess we have to do four deployment. Okay. We'll bring in another Weir infantry. That'll definitely help out in various places. Bring you in our north. Here we go. Got the T-26 there encircled. Orel and the resistance forces around there are encircled. I wasn't worried about the tanks getting shot up in its half track. We'd probably drive it up closer into the encirclement, probably close enough. Yeah, I think that'll work for this turn. Down here. There we go. You got that unit to surrender. And should be in a position to get these units to surrender next turn. Honestly, I might be in a position to get that one to surrender this turn. No. We're gonna walk out of the encirclement a bit. That might actually complicate things next turn. That may have been a mistake, but it's been done. Yeah, that tank got up to a bit of a mess last turn. Brez is going to have to wait until we can bring up more forces from Vyazma. Although everyone's at this point moving north rapidly. Okay, let's cycle the turn. We'll break Orel, break a little bit the crossing here, and then everything will be coming sort of north as soon as the same day comes. Ooh, they did not have the ability to retreat to a different airbase because it was raining. Attempting a breakout, but it has failed. Oh, we had the unit overrun. That's not good. Okay. Sunny turn 9. There we go. Do my carpet bombers have the range to hit these targets? No, I need to rebase them. We're at the point where I have to rebase them. Targets I want. Yeah, to hit the targets I want, I'm gonna have to rebase them. Could technically hit the armored vehicles up there, but rebase them, Bryansk. We may just have to rebase them again the next turn, but it is what it is. There we go. We got the 2 damage we needed to not make the prize try to escape, or got the damage we needed to make the prize surrender. Otherwise, it's going to get slowly shooting it to bits, which is not quite what we wanted. Well, there is a very heavy defensive line there. With overstrength conscripts blocking our way. Okay. No, I haven't rebased you, which is a good thing, because I actually need you to do the bombing. Okay. Here we go. let's rebase you to that airfield. Same with these fighters. Don't quite know where the Soviet Air Force is. We know it's up here somewhere if it's still on map. We didn't have the range to de-entrench these guys enough. Oh, I don't need both AAs down here. Let's run them up. Okay, so that's down south handled. We have one carpet bomber to come in, help with the morale, and the rest is pushing north. There is quite a few troops outside of Moscow. Vyazma we've taken, so we've got 3 of the 10 hexes we need. Second attempt to do a sort of a brutal frontal assault here. The units we don't necessarily care too much about. In the end, we got Vyazma, but we still got some armored vehicles around and a conscript force outside of Vyazma. Then we enter Riez, and then we got the last line of 5 areas outside of Moscow to take. Of course, they go for the one place not covered by the AA. Oh, that might have actually been the last of that unit of... No, they're the other half of the Broken Pioneers here. Maybe uncomfortably close to getting the Broken Pioneer destroyed. We'll go and heal it right now, so it's less likely to be destroyed. Same thing with the Weir Infantry here. A little close to comfort with the destruction of that unit. Should have probably shut up the fighter before we sent the dive bomber in. That was my bad. Oh, we got 22nd BF 109 has become an aerial ace. Nice. Oh, we now got them both upgraded to aerial ace. Not quite enough to bring the fighter down, but shot him pretty badly at least. Okay, scoot over. We can hit you with the AA. Hit you with the AA. You're out of range with that AA. That's fair. AA up there. Get a little bit of coverage. Okay, now the guy's moving out south. Do have one more carpet bomber here. I'm going to bring it in to pound that conscript. Otherwise, it will still be pretty intact for carrying out its own attacks on its next turn. Okay, there we go. We got 4 of 10 objectives here on the 10th turn. So we're definitely on pace to complete the mission in the time limit. Oh, that's an AA, not an artillery piece. Didn't defer the didn't hit the aircraft enough, so that's fine. To be a serious issue. That's my plane. Where did the Russian Air Force go? I don't think it shut it all down yet. It's not their only airfield, so it's there. There we go. Got myself ambushed. Can work out. They got one. It's like one Hurricane there. They might have one in the upper airfield as well. As we demonstrate why mobility is useful, just simply rolling around and circling the new conscripts that have come up. We may end up having some troops retreat, but that'll be fine as long as they're only retreating and not being destroyed. I think the front is going well, and we're back up at 50 minutes. So yeah, I think this is going to be a three-parter. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. Well, we've only got 4 of the 10 hexes. We're in spitting distance of like 4 of the remaining 6. So I could definitely see a scenario where we rapidly roll over what's left in the next part. Or at least I will try to roll over what's left in the next part. There is quite a few forces between me and Moscow. The mission is at the gates. I think we're officially at the proper gates, based on how many guys are in the entrenchment between here and Moscow. If you're watching YouTube, part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take the moment to go get a cup of tea in case this ends up being a 4-parter. Think it's going to be a 3-parter. It may be a 4-parter trying to push through the remaining lines here. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.